to Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS, presented by Fisherman's Marine and Outdoor.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Owen Hayes. You're watching Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS, presented to you by the one and only Fisherman's Marine and Outdoor. And you need to be heading over that way, let alone to take advantage of the buy three, get one free deal with Yakima Bait and Fisherman's Marine. But it's the 26th of July. How many different things are coming up in the Northwest here if you enjoy the outdoors? From fishing and full-blown hunting season right around the corner. You need to head to Fisherman's, get the gear that you need before it's gone. It's just that simple. We talk about it every year. And today's show, we're going to talk a lot about a number of different things, so make sure you pay attention. We've got a ton of photos that we're going to be showing you. Apparently, we've got a lot of extra ones, so we're trying to add in a few more. We got 12 different photos this morning that you've all been sending in. Thank you for that. Also a video, so we're going to have that as well. And it's going to be a really exciting video as well. But they tell me no audio for some reason, some weird reason. Also, in our report segment, we're going to have fish counts and river levels, this and that. A couple of reports to share, but this is that time of year where there's not a whole lot going on when you're talking about fishing, but we'll try to get some insight in there so it'll help you out at least as much as possible. A couple of giveaways. We'll check in with Peyton Major and find out what this weather's going to do. Hopefully it holds out, because it didn't get too hot this week. I mean, it was perfect. Hopefully that'll kind of hold out for a little while. Also, an upcoming opportunity event for all of us that love to shoot a stick and string, especially if you're in Central Oregon. So we're going to have that in this upcoming segment as well. Also, for our interview today is going to be Jim Davis. Now, I don't think we've ever talked with Jim before. He's actually the director of the Oregon Rockfish Classic. He's actually out on the water as we speak in a kayak chasing bottomfish in the actual classic itself. So we've got good video and audio. I shouldn't even have said it. But we're going to have that live report with him, just more saltwater info that we can get out there, because that's really where most of the action, if not the vast majority of reports are coming from, let alone salmon opportunities, as well as bottomfish, and some tuna reports. I'm not a tuna fisherman. I know a few guys that are. It's kind of interesting, some of the reports that we're getting now when you're talking about chasing albacore tuna off of our coast. So a few reports at least to get in there. In the tech tip today, we're going to have our Chevy Silverado tech tip of the week. We're going to talk about the rod that I've been getting the most questions on here the last couple of weeks. We had the guys in from Edge just about a month or so ago, and we talked about different rods for this exact season that's coming up, the Buoy 10 fall Chinook season. This rod was specifically designed for that fishery as the front of the boat rod. Now you're going to look at it and go, oh my God, that's a pretty long rod. Well, it is. It's broken down in two pieces, and we're going to talk quickly about that just to give you an idea of what that front rod is for, because that was one of the questions that we got, is what's the purpose of it. We'll get to that. Also, if I have the time, a couple of questions about breakaways for 360s as well. So we'll try to get that in there as long as I've got the time for that. Also, a couple of Facebook questions pertaining to boats, boat ownership. We're going to talk about that because, yeah, again, there's going to be tens of thousands, if not more, it seems like, all over the place starting August 1, which is, what, less than a week away, Ryan? Right? So, I mean, there's going to be a lot of stuff going on. And we got the deal of the week for Fisherman's Marine. But if you'd like to ask any questions, maybe you have some reports to share yourself, any comments that you might want to throw out there, call us up on that North American Metals hotline. It's right down here, 503-548-6777. We'd love to hear from you. It looks like we got Richard with a live report coming in from area. Do you want to take that first? Let's do that. Yeah, let's talk to Richard real quick before we jump into all these photos. Richard is from Kenmore. We love hearing from him. I've been getting a number of reports from up there. Richard, the fishing's been good, or has it?
Dude, it's been so out of control in Area 9 that they got their quota in 4 days.
Wow, 4 days.
The state of Washington is just so unreliable. They're giving us Thursday, Friday, and Saturday openers. And then, for the next week, if there's enough quota left, they're doing 5 p.m. news dumps to see if there's an opener the next day. And, there's people relying on these fisheries to make a living. And it's conservation over consumption, and it's bad right now. But the fishing, Owen, is really, really good. The fish are starting to finally move down into Area 10 where I like to fish. It was a zoo out on Possession Bar. I heard there was 900 boats each day of the opener.
Good.
And so, yeah, I'm just not going to go do that. So I scooted my butt down to Area 10, had some success. The first 3 days, went out this morning and lost a couple, but I got to do some chores today, so I wasn't able to put in a very long day.
Yeah, well, I mean, listen, if you've watched the show long, we've been able to get great insight from Richard up there for a number of years now. It's kind of a double-edged sword up there, isn't it? Because you could very well have just bazillions of fish up there, but they pull you off early because that's what he just mentioned, their conservation over consumption. How do they actually gauge that, Richard, to where, you know, that they're making a good decision, or is there even an opportunity for them to make a good decision?
They gauge it 3 ways. They gauge it by incidental encounters of wild fish, incidental encounter of shakers, and incidental encounter of the hatchery fish. So we're getting like looked at it 3 different ways for our, you know, for each time we catch one of these fish. You know, a lot of the jacks that are coming back, that we're getting marked as undersized Chinook. The state doesn't recognize what a jack is, so they're getting marked as encounters with undersized Chinook. So it's so bad, Owen. It's so frustrating. It's so bad. I feel so bad for these fathers that go out for these 3-day openers. They need to hire a lawyer to see what's open, when to catch. Is it open for this day, for that? I feel bad for them, but you know, looking up on the brighter side of things, there's 10 million pinks coming this way. Oh, wow. I hooked about 7 this morning. A person can go out there, no doubt in my mind, with a white flasher, about an 18, 20-inch leader, keep your speed slow, 1.5, put it down 50 feet. No doubt in my mind you could go out and catch 30 pink salmon this afternoon.
Wow. Well, I mean, all by itself, you know, sounds like some fun. But when you said that you got to be pretty much an attorney to figure everything out on what and where and what you can target, is absolutely correct. We're about ready to walk into that on the Columbia with the closures based on this date, this particular zone. You can catch this fish, you can catch that one. You got to let all those go. I mean, it definitely is confusing.
It's so embarrassing. Like how much money and how much revenue these fisheries bring in to local economies, and to shut them down, and to like open them and then open it for 1 day and then shut it down for 4, and it's a disaster, and it's going to come to something bad. Something's got to happen. Bubble's going to burst.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem to be getting any better over the last few years. Richard, thanks for your phone call and the report, sir. We appreciate it. Be safe out there, and we look forward to hearing more as things go on through the rest of July and into August.
Appreciate you, on. I'll be out fishing next Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I'll try to give you a good report, man.
All right. Well, good luck, man. Be safe out there, okay? Yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, I would not want to be the one that's trying to make the decisions for all these things. I mean, there's so many different things that they've got to try. I mean, I don't envy them at all. But somewhere there has to be some, well, I guess it's Washington, common sense. Yeah, that's a whole other conversation. All right, let's show you some of the photos that everyone's been sending in, and there's a lot of them. We got 12 of them this morning, and it's super easy to do. We'll show you how to do it, but at the very least, thank you for all those folks that send them in, and you have a great photo like this one. Larry sent this over, a sockeye, just delicious fish, by the way. Check all of your regulations on areas that are still open for sockeye on the east side. Things have closed, things are open. Pay attention, make sure, I'm not going to throw it out there. I don't want to get anybody in any trouble. So just pay attention over there. They've made some closures. Avery's first fish, this is at Hag Lake. Lots of photos from Hag Lake when you're talking about first fish, because it's just loaded with trout. Last time I saw, I think it was the week before last, they released a ton of really big brooders in there. Brooders meaning full-size trout. Some might even consider to be steelhead. Bucket list, this is a springer for Lindsay. Looks like Lindsay Wilson. Congratulations, nice fish. And we'll have a report from the Willamette here this upcoming segment, kind of you know, not necessarily put the finishing touch on it, but what a crazy year on the Willamette. Coastal salmon down to some tidewater, it looks like. October, November. God, that's duck season. I'm looking forward to it. Look at that, nice trout. Beautiful conditions. Coastal River, I like it when they put it that way. Definitely some fun if you get the opportunity to chase those things around. Looks like we got a couple, or at least one live report coming in, so we'll try to get to that here in just a second as well. But let's keep going through the photos. What is that, a sand dab? Can't get skunked. Yeah, well, it's a fish. It'll work. Danny sent this over. You see that little fish right there? It looks like a sand dab, but tough to tell. Could just be a flounder for somewhere. Oh, there's a nice haul. Epic day in Ketchikan. Yeah, well, you're in the right spot. Wendy, thanks for sending the photo over. Looks like they had a very busy day and lots of groceries. Yeah, that looks delicious, by the way. We just had some sushi this week. We don't do that all that often. July Chrome, Big Steve sent this over. Nice fish, Steve. Thanks for sending the photo in. Dandy Springer, looks like it was about ready to be released. Whoever that is holding that fish, hopefully they got that back in the water in a hurry. Then, of course, here shortly, we've got a video for you as well, but look at that haul as well. Ocean fishing, yeah. And that's how some of these reports have been the last handful of days. Where Chinook are open, it's been great up north. Then down around here, when you're talking about silvers, of course, bottom fish. Definitely, if you're in that salt kind of fishing world, which I admit I am not, it sounds like it's some great opportunities out there. First shad for Sebastian, very cool. And that was a bumper crop again this year going over Bonneville. No doubt about it. Michael, thanks for sending the photo over. And at some point, no, we still got more. They're still coming. Perch. First catch of the summer. Stephanie, congratulations. You know, if you get some good sized ones, those things are delicious, by the way. You could put that up against any walleye anytime. Some would say better than walleye. Stephanie, congratulations for that. It's simple to do. We're going to get there in just a little bit. Here's a good shot. The three of them having a great time. Summer break at Detroit Lake. Jerry, thanks for sending the photo. Yeah, it looks like those are some good sized fish too. Look at the size of the heads on them. Darn good. Well done. Looks like a nice day too. Here's a video for you. Oh, this is running back in at Pacific City. This is Kyle Dotson running the boat. And they tell me that we can't have the audio because of some sort of copyright thing for, I don't know. They're playing music or something, which Kyle, by the way, loves to do when you're flying back in on from the ocean onto the beach. Watch this. I mean, he's literally full tilt running in. Look at that. And he shuts it right off. Not quite the perfect beach job there, Kyle. A little bit of a slide. I've done a lot of stupid stuff in boats. That's one I'd love to do. Oh, he got sideways. That's got. I laugh. I've never done that. I'm not saying that I could do any better. It's easy to do. It's a Fox 12 app. Once you download it, it'll literally walk you through everything that you need to see to actually upload those photos and videos. And we love to show you off every Saturday and Sunday morning. Okay, we're going to cut to a quick break because I've gone super long. But don't forget, Abby's, GPS at abbys.com. Enter yourself in, have a chance to win that giant pizza. When we come back from this break, we're going to have a quick report segment. Not a lot going on there, but we've got a live report from Jerry out in Newport, and then another Jerry from Vancouver has got a question about bank fishing. So we'll see if we can get those two questions answered as well. We'll be back in just a minute.